loud and busy. The border city most Americans travel to experience a one-day trip to Mexico. Tijuana offers 2-for-1 drinks, bargain shopping, and a false sense of freedom. Now another deal. Americans can buy into one of the fastest growing trends in the world. In this city, it is disguised, usually by nondescript high-rise buildings.
Once you walk through the doors, you don't even realize you're down in Mexico.
That's because the open door at this clinic reveals a room full of American women, all waiting to see a plastic surgeon.
Throughout the years, I've gained and lost weight. I had 2 children, which made a difference after that too, and exercise and diets, most of the times don't help too much.
The tug of war with her body began 5 years ago, and so did her quest for a plastic surgeon to perform a tummy tuck.
I did have consultations in Beverly Hills, consultations in Santa Clarita, and one of my clients referred me to this clinic where I did my research as well and found Dr. Quiroz.
Dr. Alejandro Quiroz, a plastic surgeon far removed from the luxury of Beverly Hills, a doctor in Tijuana.
It was a little scary. You hear all these bad things, especially, in the United States as well as Baja, you hear all these things that go wrong, and I was a little skeptical at the beginning.
People think that coming across the border is just going to be, the offices are not going to be regulated, the same standards of care are going to be different, the offices are not going to be well equipped, the physicians, they do not go to the proper training to get the specialties, and so forth. So that is a whole bunch of misconceptions.
Dr. Quiroz is a board-certified plastic surgeon in both the U.S. and Mexico. He studied and practiced in both countries. His entire staff is fully bilingual and his facility is state-of-the-art. So it's no surprise to him that 70% of his patients are American women. Even though his practice is growing fast, Dr. Quiroz believes it's the city's bad rap the majority of people can't seem to shake.
Years ago, it was the stigma of the abortion clinics in DJ, over 20 years ago. And of course, people came here because they don't want to have babies, and they went to clinics, just to any clinic. People get infections and things like that.
Dr. Quiroz says bad surgeries can and do happen anywhere, not just in Tijuana.
The same thing happens in the U.S. Many of my friends or colleagues, sometimes they're OBGYNs, they do breast augmentations I was just telling you about, or ear, nose, and throat people doing breast augmentations. I don't think it's ethical nor is correct.
So why does a doctor like Quiroz, who has credentials to practice in the U.S., choose to work in Tijuana? For the same reason U.S. companies are heading south to build manufacturing plants, and Donald Trump is building real estate. Money. Dr. Quiroz says his overhead costs are half.
My own fees in my office in the U.S. are probably twice as what I charge in here.
Remember Gladys? The Beverly Hills surgeon quoted her $25,000 for her tummy tuck. Dr. Quiroz, $7,500.
Do people go down to Mexico and have surgery and have excellent results for far less money? Yes, they do. Are they taking a risk, maybe more of a risk than they should, to save that money? Yes, they are.
Cosmetic surgery consultant and author Susan Gale is a patient advocate. She says she does not refer people to doctors, but rather helps her clients gather information so they can make their own decisions. Gale never recommends Mexico or any other country.
I've had way too many horror stories from patients who have gone down with great referrals. 5, 10 people had a great time, and then you're that one person. After a facelift, after an abdominoplasty, the first 3 to 5 days, you're not even moving. Why would you want to be in another country? You want to be in your own home, in your own safe environment where the doctor is a phone call away.
The American Society of Plastic Surgeons agrees with Gale. On their website, you'll find a dozen reasons why not to travel for plastic surgery. The main one?
The patient does not have the recourse when something goes wrong as they do here in the United States.
Malpractice is not recognized in Mexico, but that wasn't enough to stop Gladys.
So would you do it all over again, drive from Lancaster? It was all worth it to you?
It was all worth it. I would do it again. And as a matter of fact, maybe sometime in the future I will be seeing him again.
The one thing Dr. Quiroz and Susan Gale do agree on is that it's all about information, doing the legwork. Who is the surgeon? What are they certified in? Has their license ever been taken away?
There are several sites on the internet that can help with the homework. These sites have information about Mexican surgeons and their credentials. I'm Adriana Alcaraz, Channel 4, San Diego.